This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Captain along with the left meet Amma to sort out issues in the alliance. Meanwhile, the CPI says there will be no third front.
No chance for the third front.
What about the fiery orator of the MDMK then? Sources say he will meet Amma tomorrow to make peace. Karunanidhi and allies brainstorm to ensure a comeback in the elections. Campaign strategy is top on the agenda of the meeting. Dr. Raya declares the names of the candidates the PMK plans to field. GK Mani and KJ Guru retain their key seats. 2 young lives were cut short in the morning hours of today. The city police are investigating the separate murders. And finally, politics paints the city red, green and all of the state parties shade. The colours of Holi spills over to the elections as well. Welcome to the news tonight on NDTV Hindu. It's 9 o'clock, time for all the updates from your city, the nation and more. I'm Evelyn Matthew. A look at the rest of the day's headlines as well. The Prime Minister says nobody from the Congress or the government indulged in any vote buying during the 2008 no confidence motion. The opposition holds up the parliament for the second day as members take up WikiLeaks and cash for votes. Kerala's Chief Minister is back in the contest. Achyutanandan will stand for elections after a controversy over the party leaving him out. The Supreme Court overturns the acquittal of 2 British nationals charged with child sexual abuse, sends them to jail for 6 years. The Allahabad High Court dismisses the Arushi's parents' plea against the CBI's accusations. They will be tried now for her murder. The UN Security Council approves the no-fly zone over Libya. This after Gaddafi comes within striking distance. And workers struggle to restore power to the Fukushima cooling plant. The IAEA chief says it's a race against time. The melodrama continues in the political theatre of Tamil Nadu ahead of the assembly elections that the state goes into 25 days from now. Yesterday's protagonists, the DMDK, along with the left, have taken centre stage today again and are currently in a meeting with the AIA Supreme Court, Ms. Jayalalitha, tonight, in fact, hoping to sort out some key issues in the electoral alliance. In fact, the CPM leaders, G. Ramakrishnan, TK Rangarajan and the AISMK's Sharath Kumar have already come and arrived at the Poets Garden for that meeting. He's in fact also managed to bag 2 constituencies, that's Tenkasi and Nanguneri. Vijaykanth, meanwhile, has been insisting that the AIADMK-led alliance include the MDMK and that Amma should ideally coordinate with its allies on the party's election campaign. The disagreement over constituencies had pundits wondering if a third front would emerge, but that seems unlikely now. The primary demand is that constituencies which are their traditional strongholds be allotted to them. Meanwhile, the friction has pushed Jayalalitha's campaign to a later date as well. In fact, the CPI's C. Mahendran spoke to NDTV Hindu, and from what he said, there is now a strong indication that there will be no third front this time around.
Seat sharing discussion is going on. Within 1 or 2 days, it will settled. No difference in this alliance or something like that.
So there were talks about a third front being floated under Vijaykanth.
No chance for the third front.
Talks are cordial, sir.
No, very cordial, very cordial.
Yeah. Do you hope to settle the...
Yeah. So hope to settle and we unseat the DMK and Congress in Tamil Nadu.
Well, the talks today have come up thanks to a few conditions laid out by the captain for Amma. One of the key points being that MDMK be brought back into the fold. Vaiko was initially offered 8 seats, and as days went by, the numbers went up marginally, but the actual shocker was when the list of constituencies was declared, which ultimately had no mention of the MDMK at all. According to sources, the MDMK could still stand a chance despite the bitter calls taken so far. In fact, Vaiko attempted a healing touch when he condemned his cadre for burning Jayalalitha's effigy and asked them to maintain discipline. Sources say he will meet Ms. Jayalalitha tomorrow to make peace. And vouching for Vaiko's return into the AIADMK-led alliance is Sharath Kumar. Here's what the actor had to say.
Right from the beginning, we have been allotted 2 seats, and the 2 seats have been confirmed as Telugu and Nagari. We are very happy with this alliance. The main aim, as I already said, it is not the seats or the numbers that matters, unseat DMK from power. That matters.
Yes, sir. There was some uncertainty on.
Everywhere there will be uncertainties, but victorious will be the team that is under Madam Jayalalitha.
Okay.
This alliance will definitely win this election, and Madam Jayalalitha will become the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu.
Sir, will
So whatever differences, Madam Jayalalitha will handle it with her administrative qualities, and Vaiko will come back to this alliance.
Well, joining us live right now from the Poise Garden residence of Ms. Jayalalitha is our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed. Peer, is there a sign at all of an end of tonight's talks there? What's really the scene out there?
Yes, Evelyn, the talks are going to be a long drawn ones because it is about 33 constituencies. The DMDK has differences with the AIADMK on 21 constituencies in various districts, including Vellore, Erode, and also in parts of Chennai, and also in southern districts such as Kanyakumari, Virudhunagar. So we have to see already almost 2 hours the DMDK's Presidium Chairman Pandruti Ramachandran and DMDK's Youth Wing Secretary and Vijayakant's cousin LK Sudis are in talks with the AIADMK Supremo Jayalalitha over the differences. Also, the other 2 parties which have major differences with the AIADMK on the seats allotted are the CPI and the CPM. The CPI and CPM's leaders, G. Ramakrishnan, D. Pandian, they are also in talks with the AIADMK Supremo at the same time, and they have differences. The CPM alone has differences with the AIADMK in 6 constituencies, and the CPA has an equal number of constituencies to differ with the AIADMK, and it is going on for almost 2 hours now, and what we are told is that to sort out these differences, they are keen on sorting out these differences by tonight. That is why it is taking a longer time. But the 5 smaller parties have already resolved their issues with the AIADMK. We know that the Manidaniya Makkal Katchi is already allotted Ramanathapuram and Chepauk Triplicane, and also the Ambur constituencies, and also the Sharath Kumar is also, his constituencies are also allotted. 3 more smaller parties are allotted seats already, and if you remember, those 2 seats which were allotted to Sharath Kumar now were earlier allotted to the AIADMK. This is an indication that AIADMK is very keen on keeping this mega alliance with the DMDK and other smaller parties. That is very clear now. So they want to settle it today because already the campaign of Jayalalitha is postponed due to this problem with the allies. So they are trying to sort it out today. That is what we are told now. Here we are waiting outside, we are waiting for the talks to end. Yeah.
Right. Sources also say that Ms. Jayalalitha will perhaps be meeting Vaiko tomorrow while he plans to make peace. What inputs do you have on that front?
Yes, Vaiko's statement is a clear indication that he is at peace with Jayalalitha at this point in time, and we are told by the MDMK chief's close associates that he would be meeting AIADMK Supremo Jayalalitha at Poise Garden after his party's high-level meeting at his party headquarters Thayam on Saturday. That maybe Saturday evening we will know how many seats Vaiko is allotted, because Vaiko was already allotted a single-digit number. He was unhappy because in 2006 elections he contested 35 seats, and he is hoping that he will get a double-digit this time. Whether he will agree for the constituencies, we have to wait and see. That is the situation now. Evelyn?
Right, thanks very much indeed, Pete, for joining us with your inputs there live from the Poise Garden. We'll obviously keep coming back to you for the latest development when they do break. But as of now, let's just move on with some more news from the ruling party's camp. The DMK is currently meeting their alliance partners at the headquarters in the city. TNCC Chief KV Tangabalu, the VCK Chief, the PMK's Ramados are among the top leaders already there. They are discussing and have been discussing throughout this evening the election campaigning, and this is the first all-party meet after the formal seat sharing and the announcement of constituencies as well.
Only discussed about the campaign, election campaign. All the leaders are going to campaign together in all over Tamil Nadu. This decision taken in the meeting.
நடைபெறவுள்ள தேர்தலில் எங்கள் தோழமை கட்சிகள் இணைந்து பணியாற்றும் சம்பந்தமாக பேசியிருக்கிறோம். மத்தியிலும் மாநிலத்திலும் ஆளும் அரசுகள் வெற்றிகரமான திட்டங்களை மக்களுக்கு வழங்கியிருக்கிறோம். இந்த திட்டங்கள் மூலம் எங்கள் கூட்டணி மாபெரும் வெற்றி பெறும்.
Meanwhile, the PMK, which is contesting from 30 constituencies, released their candidates list today as they plan to field them this April. Prominent faces in the party like GK Mani has retained his hold over his former constituency, that's Metur, while member K Guru has been slaughtered against the Jayankondam constituency. Among the other allotments are Neyveli, which has been bagged by Vel Murugan, while Anaikattu has gone to M. Kalayarasa. Alangudi goes to Arul Mani, while Ilancherian has been fielded in Joravandan. Kovilpatti goes to member Ramachandran. Well, another ally of Karunanidhi's alliance, the IUML, has also released its list today from their party. Tirupur Altaf Hussain will contest from Chennai Harbour, while H. Abdul Basit is standing from Banyambadi. M. Muhammad Sheikh Dawood from the Nagapattinam district. Moving on to some crime news, the city witnessed 2 murders since morning today, one along the Besnagar area where a 26-year-old young man died after he was hit with a grinding stone. Police suspect previous enmity to be the cause of the murder. The Thiruvanmiyur police are investigating the case. In a separate incident in Vadapalani, a housewife was killed when she was hit on the head with an iron rod. The cops think an illicit affair could have been the cause.
நேற்று மத்தியானம் போனாராம். சாயந்தரம் 5 மணிக்கெலாம் எனக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணிச்சு வேலை செய்கிற இடத்துல. நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு நம்ம தனியாக போகலான்னு. இன்னைக்கு காலைல பார்த்தா இப்படி பார்க்குறாரு. நான் யார் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? என் பிள்ளைங்க எப்படி இருக்கு?
Well, still ahead on the bulletin, 25 years after the worst nuclear power plant tragedy in the world, will Japan undergo the same fate?